Fine. If you come back in cast, I'll have something. I'll have water for you.
All right, we got another game. All right, so we got some different characters here. We got a little bit of, we got Jingwei, Agni on her. This is a completely different roster than what we've seen last game. And it did look from the bans that red team learned their lesson and did ban Morgan Le Fay as well as target banned the jungle, it looked like. But it is, I think it's going to be another good game for these dudes. These dudes, I mean blue team. Alright, so starting off, just like usual, everybody getting their buffs and getting into lane. Does seem like the areas underneath are a little bit behind. Neath going a different way, but I mean, I think it'll all be fine. Ares coming behind, and it looks like they are going to jump on this Ares. Neath and Ares taking a large amount of damage. Not being able to hit level 2 can be troubling. Definitely can be troubling. Ares pushing him back with his 3. Nice. Oh. And it looks like Fafnir and Jingwei are sadly going to miss out on this kill. You hate to see those close kills. And we didn't see, but poor Agni did get killed by the Arachne. This game looks to be a lot more even than our last game. Seems like red team is picking up the slack. Carry just pushing this team, tanking the damage, not even caring. And our solo has died. Bellona with the little bit of health. And it does look like the Bellona is going to die to tower. Got a little bit greedy there when she shouldn't have. Let's be honest. We all do it. We all get a little bit greedy. I love to see the on her just really bullying this Morgan right now, pushing, pushing her just straight in the lane and doing a good amount of damage. Oh, leaving Morgan one tap to jump on and finish the kill. You know, guys, on her. Although he definitely isn't one of my favorite. I definitely dislike playing on her. It's probably just cause I really like Jingwei, but no, it's a story for another day. Definitely a story for another day. All right, we got Agni just taking the taking the enemy's red buff, not really caring about who's around. See this see this Arachne just kind of almost seemed like he wanted to get in on the Agni once again, and it looks like they are about to cross paths. Nope. Arachne just leaving to go get Oracles. What I thought was gonna get Oracles. Seemed like the Arachne is going to, for once. Oh, Arachne sadly misses her spiders. That could have been big for red team, and sadly they do not capitalize on that. Sometimes it happens, you know, sometimes the aim can be bad. It happens to everybody. Neath leaving with literally a a speckle of health. What just happened? Jingwei managing to get everything back. What is our Jingwei running? Our Jingwei is running Devos, so going for Devos, so that would definitely help with the lifesteal. It does look like blue team is going to win this game again with much tower damage already with just 5 minutes into the game. It's not really looking too good for red team once again, but once again, anything can happen. So on her, going in like a jungle should, just pushing into this team. Jingwei just tanking this tower damage for some reason. I don't know why. And Ares seems to be trying to push them out of tower with with little effect on her, getting a mass amount of damage on this Neath. Jingwei trying to get this kill on the Neath, but definitely failing to do so. Looks like on her not caring, tanking, it looks to be all this damage from the Ares, and it looks like Ares is going to kill the on her, but fails. On her and Jingwei leaving with no health, leaving for Fafnir to cover for them. Fafnir taking a lot of damage here, and he is also going to be backing. Sad days for them. This would be the second time that they have missed out on some kills that could easily have changed the game. See what the Morgan is doing. Spectate the Morgan for free cam. Oh, Agni ulting the Morgan, doing a mass amount of damage. Just as Morgan got back in the lane. You'll love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. Agni's ult is definitely one of those you have got to be careful of because it just hits hard. It definitely hits hard. Looks like Arachne's going to try and make a move on Agni. Morgan just really trying to hold it here. And Agni, seeing that Arachne is there, running. Arachne once again misses the spiders. Really getting hit hard by this Agni. Agni manages to push away the Arachne. Once again, Arachne going in on the on her. On her misses the jump, but manages to stun for Agni to get in on her, and Agni had both used their ults. Though they did solo ults, that's kind of what their ults are meant for. And Agni, Agni just kind of gets his ult back right away. So, I just want to know how the Morgan is feeling. Morgan did go in not really at the best time, I will be honest. Definitely not the best thing that they could have done. Bologna's going in for some reason. Tier ult, pushing this Bologna out, but will the Tier get it? It does look like Tier is barely going to miss the Bologna. Bologna looks to be going right back in, and Agni coming in to ult and barely misses the Bologna. Bologna dashing on the minions. Just seemed to be a coincidence. Doesn't look like she knew it was coming, but let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she heard the ult, saw it, and then just had those instincts, Just those instincts, just reacted. I mean, anything could happen. It does look like a team fight is going to happen here, and Agni getting a large amount of damage, using his ult and getting the kill. Arachne trying to get that XP camp, and ends up getting it before Tyr pushes her off. Does look like Arachne's trying to get a kill on the Tyr. Since Agni did leave, it's definitely possible, but she does bug off, which I think is definitely the better decision here. They're not really in the position here to be super aggressive. and especially since they are pretty behind. Agni once again using that all in getting a kill. I gotta say it. Agni's ult definitely is one of the most annoying ults to go up against. Just getting stunned and then ulted. It's not fun whenever you're a mid laner or a carry laner. Definitely not fun. But you know, the Morgan's not really playing her best. But maybe it's just a bad day for her. You know, Fafnir coming behind to stun the Ares, getting a large amount of damage off. Neath just getting trucked down by Jingwei. But Jingwei also taking a good bit of damage from that Neath. That Neath 3. You'll have to see it. Does look like Fafnir getting the stun on the Neath 4 and going in for the dodge. Jingwei ult and gets the kill, going back in on the Ares. Ares looks to be dead here. Agni getting the ult, but leaving Ares one hit to burn to death. You'll love to see the burn coming in handy. On her, just chasing down the Arachne. Arachne really not having any of it. Does look like Arachne's in here trying to farm. This on her, just not letting her farm whatsoever. So on her here is just really bullying. Using a jump on the minions. That is questionable. Morgan missing a lot of the ult. It is. And they both use their slow. It does look like Anher is going to die here, getting a little bit greedy. But for Agni to come up and clean up. Only if Agni was there just a second sooner. Sad days. Sad days. For blue team at least. But I mean, blue team is still rocking ahead. Like, they got the gold advantage, they got the XP, and once again, Agni uses that ult, just hits him with the stun, uses the ult. Let's all be honest, Agni's not really the hardest character to play, but, you know. But when you use him, he hits hard. I mean, he serves his purpose. Neath and Ares trying to take this tower as Jingwei's sitting in the back, trying to prepare up for another team fight. And it does look like Neath and Ares are going to take this tower. Jingwei still buying her items. I'm not sure if she wants to know what she wants to go into. Seems like she got her things under control. Agni taking XP from our carry lane. That's that's fun to see. Agni going in on. Oh, and Neath gets out, but will die to the Fafnir. Ares ulting, and Agni uses his beads. Questionable, but understandable. I can see if it's kind of like Xing. For the team to come in, Jingwei going into tower to get that kill. Definitely worth. The Morgan seems to definitely need to get out of there, and she does make her way out. With the team falling right behind her. And let's check in on Tyr. Tyr is bullying Bologna right now, keeping her in her tower. And it looks like Agni and them are sitting in a lantern. Seems like they're really trying to sneak in and get the Arachne, but Agni does miss his first ult. They barely missed her, barely. We got a nice team fight coming up with Agni taking a good bit of damage here and sniping the Morgan. That was nice. That was nice. On her coming behind. To try and predict the Arachne, but it looks like On Her will die before they get the Arachne, with the team following up to kill the Neath, with Jingwei sniping the kill from the Agni. Agni must be mad. I know I would. Agni barely missing the Arachne with his ult. Ares, it seems like we are having... Okay. Alright, just got... I'm assuming the game lagged, you know, just gotta like catch up. But Ares did get the ult off. And Agni having to back, no, not having mana is definitely not the funnest thing. Seems like Tyr and Bellona are fighting here, with Bellona having to still get pushed back into her tower. It's not like she can do much. These minions are just really chipping down this tower in solo lane. Definitely, you definitely love to see how useful the minions can be. Arachne going for the XP buffs, you know, they definitely need it, especially in their situation, giving the large amount of difference in gold and XP. Oh, Agni does get the snipe on his 2 and get the stun off, and does hit both of the ults, but doesn't get the kill. Seems like we are lagging once again. It is fine. No things. Let's see what's happening. I'm gonna take a guess. I think the Acne is going. I think the Arachne is going to be dead, and I think the Morgan will too also be dead. I was wrong. Oh! I was right. I was right. And let's see. Arachne does get out, though. So I was wrong about that one. Ares ends up dying here. On her, chasing down this Neath, is blinks to her and does get the kill. On her definitely hits hard. And you love to see him, see his potential in the late game. Arachne goes in on the 1v4. Not sure what was really going on. I'm pretty sure the Lantern was active. She didn't really see. I'm assuming that would make the most sense, and the only sense. I mean, once again, this is kind of a clear-cut game. I'm not really seeing much that can happen between red team. I mean, if red team is able to hold off, oh man, if red team is able to hold them off until things kind of even out, I can see that happening, but not with the way things are going. Neath getting stunned, and Agni forcing her to go back. I mean, they're just going through and just clearing out the towers. Man. Blue team's not really giving me much to commentate. Not really giving me much to cast. We see this Dingwei sniping the kill. Agni does end up missing the ult, but I think this oh, Ares gets a team ult, only getting the Tyr and the Fafnir though, because you gotta love beads coming in handy, and with them getting aggressive also leads to them dying. Not really too surprised. I mean, surrender vote has started for the other team, but I'm assuming they will not be going through. Seems like red team kind of has given up. If a surrender vote has started. I mean, in their situation, I really don't blame them. But, I mean, can't hurt them. Doesn't really hurt to keep on going. 35-8 with a 15,000. goal difference. Um, we haven't seen the team take Fire Giant yet, which is very surprising. I would have expected them just to take Fire Giant, just hurry up and finish the game. But I mean, let's let's get off of the action. Get back to the action. Neath getting hit with a stun from Fafnir, and Jingwei really trying to hit this Bologna here. It doesn't seem like her crits are really kicking in yet. Still missing that Death Ringer. Fafnir doing a good chunk of damage for playing support. Oh, Ares getting a huge ult. Uh, assuming everybody's beads was in fact down at that moment. But I mean, even if you get a big ult, you can't really do much if your team is low. It does look like they were about to attack a tie-in, but the team just was not all there. Fafnir running out of his ult at a pretty bad time. Arachne going in there, dying, not really wondering. I'm not really sure what she was thinking. Bologna getting pushed out of her second, out of her two. Neath being by herself. I'm not even sure what's going on anymore. It's too much for me to cast. And on her getting 1v2'd right now, but pushing the Ares back. On her also is out of mana. Ares trying to capitalize on that, but failing. I'm assuming he forgot he had no health. On her getting his health back. Let's see. Assuming he has death toll, yes. And Assy just getting that health back. You love to see it. And on her ulting the Arachne, really just destroying any chance of her getting the kill on him. On her's really making this death toll and Assy work well. Again, his lifesteal really helping him stay in the fight right now. You really want to see where the rest of the team is at. Definitely trying to make their way back to help our support and juggle right now. It does seem like the on her is going to die. Almost making it out, but sadly doesn't. Let's see what Jing Wei is doing. Jing Wei 1v3ing, ends up getting the Neath, but does end up dying to the Arachne. It does seem like a clear cut game. I mean, we can't really. I mean, although they're definitely pulling back. I would say they're working their way, but I just can't see it happening. We got a pretty large 14. Well, now about 13K difference in gold. But right now it just looks like blue team's just not really. Blue team's just not really working together. We got on her away, while Fafnir and Agni are trying to fight the team, and red team is pulling together, really trying to pick off the members that are just away from each other, really trying to use this lack of teamwork to their advantage. But again, you can't really make much happen. You can't really make much happen whenever your team is just. Oh, looks like the Honor is trying to solo the Titan. but the rest of the team is going to come in and help. On her getting the kill on the Morgan. Not really surprised there. Just really, just really 1v1ing these Ares right now. Ares just getting pretty scared. I mean, can you blame him? Look at that damage. On her not trying to tank any of this, this time damage. Jing Wei trying to solo the time, which is not happening, and chasing the Arachne. And now chasing the Bellona to finish out the Bellona and save the Jingwei. Agni running out of mana. And that's where Agni really fails. As soon as you... Oh, on her. One just really getting rid of this team. Getting a deicide. You love to see it. And that'll be game. I mean, can't really catch up if you're just down at the beginning of the early game. There's not really much that you can do. Red team, they played pretty well, but blue team just played much